Good afternoon, my dear candidates. Welcome to Defense Adda 247 for my live session. For new viewers, let me introduce myself, Colonel Kataria, and I had 10 years of experience in recruitment, selection, and training in armed forces. And for the last 6 to 7 years, I've been training or conducting SSB training. In recruitment headquarters, Army headquarters, I was there for 3.5 years. I was psychologist in SSB Allahabad, and I've been instructor at Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. In today's session, I would be covering those issues which are generally ignored by most of the candidates. This session would set in some clarity in your mind about SSB process. I've seen that when candidates they apply for SSB, they have the tendency to visit various medias, various channels, various sources to find out what is SSB. They go to YouTube channel, they hear some talks from somebody, they read books, they discuss with their friends who got recommended, who got rejected in SSB. So they use various options and resources to find out what is SSB all about. And every time they discuss with any source, they get different input from different people, which in turn creates a lot of confusion in the mind of candidates. In today's live session, you would be absolutely clear in your mind what is SSB, what is the concept of SSB, and how should you approach this unique model of selection. Second issue with candidates, after their graduation, when they start preparing for their next career, the professional career, they choose many options, and most of the options we have written examination, and they also add SSB process part of the written examination. So their brain and mindset or their approach towards SSB becomes like a written examination, or they are appearing for any other examination, which tend to create a lot of confusion in the mind of candidates. So in today's session, I'll spend 15 minutes, try and understand what is SSB and how should you approach this SSB. Now, SSB means Service Selection Board. I've seen, I have discussed with most of the candidates. Somebody says SSB is Seema Suraksha Bal. Somebody says Seva Suraksha Bal. People are confused about the name of the SSB. So everybody's clarity, SSB means Service Selection Board. And in our country, there are very few organizations, they have dedicated infrastructure to recruit and select leaders. So we have numerous selection centers to select leaders. So fully equipped, dedicated infrastructure to select leaders. Secondly, SSB is part of selection centers. When you get your call letters, means you might be going to Allahabad, Bangalore, or any other center. These are called selection centers. Once you report there, after reporting there, you're allotted SSB, particular SSB, which is prefixed by 1, 2-digit or single-digit number. So SSB consists of number of assessors. We have 2 interviewing officers. We have got 4 psychologists and 4 group testing officers. Now these assessors or officers are unique in their capability. They are selected, they are trained, they are well experienced of numerous years, and their job is to select leaders. When you go to SSB, SSB doesn't have any vacancy. The assessor's job is to select whosoever is fit to become leader, irrespective of number of vacancies. So, in a particular batch, which is assessed by particular SSB, there are no fixed vacancies because the task of SSB is to select whosoever is fit for this job or to become leader. So, do not have any myth in mind that each batch we have to select one or two or three candidates. We have to select those candidates who's fit to become leader. That is the first most important part you have to understand. You have to understand. We are not assessing your knowledge. Now, is divided into three parts: your professional knowledge, your skill, your officer-like or leadership qualities. So your knowledge is tested when you appear in any of the entrance examination like NDA, CDSC, AFCAT, EKT. So these are the entrance examination where they test your knowledge, and these tests are conducted basically to shortlist the right people for the right job. Skill, we are not interested because armed forces require some unique skills in particular leader. So once you are recommended, you are sent, means there we start developing your skills. Here we are both officer-like and leadership qualities. So your approach towards preparation of SSB to focus on expressing and exhibiting your leadership qualities when you go to SSB. We are not interested in your marks, how much you know about physics, chemistry, maths, or any other subject. We are just focusing on your leadership qualities or officer-like qualities. The second issue comes, how do we test or assess your leadership qualities? We have created three techniques which are scientifically designed. Second is GTO technique, group testing technique. Third is technique is psychological technique. So to assess your leadership qualities, we have designed three techniques. Now the issue comes, why we have three techniques? Why not we have two? Go to any other sector, private sector or public sector or any government job, and thereafter your interview is conducted, or at some places your group discussion is conducted. So in SSB, your only leadership qualities are assessed. So we have three techniques basically. Now to assess these techniques, this model is called behavioral model. Through your behavior, we assess and analyze these leadership qualities or officer-like qualities. Why we have three techniques? Now, state of mind of human being is divided into three parts: conscious state of mind, state of mind. To assess your qualities in a conscious state of mind, we have interview technique. To that is in subconscious state of mind, we have psychological technique. Or to assess your leadership qualities or officer-like qualities in conscious and semi-conscious state of mind, we have G2 technique, where you are assessed when you are part of a group or is part of a small group. So that is why we have now interview technique consists of one task. Psychological G2 technique consists of 9 tasks. Total comes to 14 tasks. And these tasks are designed to assess your leadership qualities. So the moment you are going to react, the moment you react, you behave in a particular fashion. When you behave in a particular fashion, you manifest your behavior, you express, you exhibit your behavior. Through this behavior, you try and capture those leadership qualities. Now, candidates have to approach their considering this concept and follow the unguided approach where you tend to focus only on current affairs, on your OI test. That these are the only two most important things in SSB. Or at times you focus on your physical fitness. No, these are used basically for your screening in and to test your physical fitness. Expertise. When you are put through these tests, after analyzing your skills, we assess how did you behave in a particular situation and will guide you how to use the situation in a better manner to express your best of your qualities. Therefore, taking coaching or guidance from expert is very, very important. So entire, if you divide from preparation point of view, certain things are prepared by candidate at home where the expert is not involved. Certain technical or technique part is prepared by the expert like us, and combine both together becomes a complete output, and you become fully trained to handle SSB like environment. Full exposure in both the areas, we have designed our online SSB coaching module, which consists of most of the tasks, that is individual obstacles and the group obstacle race. Rest of the things would be given adequate practice to understand those tasks. If you are interested, if you're keen on joining us, please register yourself, and our batch is going to start from 26th of May. In case you got any questions, please ask. I'll answer your questions. Thank you very much. There's some technical problem due to which we are not able to proceed ahead. And tomorrow I would be conducting this session, live session. And tomorrow topic going to be how to prepare or what is the importance of OIR test, that is Officer Intelligence Rating Test. And we'll start our session at 12:30 p.m. In case tomorrow, today the YouTube is not responding, due to which I have to close the session here only. Thank you very much. Hello. Okay. Okay, my dear candidates, I think some problem is there. Network. So we'll resume our session tomorrow. In case you're still connected with me, please you can ask your question. I got a question from Rock Asit, and as you can see, one question from Akash Upadhyay. How can we write effectively PPDT story if the picture is completely hazy? First, you have to understand what is the name of the test. The name of the test is Picture Perception and Discussion Test. So by writing story, you're covering the picture perception part. Perception means the aim of this test. What do you perceive in a given picture? A picture is shown to you, what do you see in the picture? That is why you are shown picture. So you have to identify what you are able to make it out in terms of or surrounding environment. So identification of character and environment is the most important part in picture perception test. Once you identify the characters and you identify the situation, accordingly you have to build up your story on the given situation, the picture. So try and look at the picture closely in detail to identify the number of characters. That is the most important part as far as the PPDT goes. So your story match with the picture. That is the most important requirement. Here you cannot write your preconceived thoughts. So this is a very most important part. Yeah, good afternoon, Anshuraj. Technical problem is coming. Network is bad network. So a lot of disturbance is coming. So we'll resume our session tomorrow, and I'll touch upon this today's part also. And tomorrow topic is going to be your OIR test. What is the importance of Officer Intelligence Rating Test, OIR test? So see you tomorrow at 12:30. Thank you very much.